Bart Heights here at Supreme Courts, Guntersville, Alabama, third week of our play dates, and I'm joined by Coach Corey Glasscott of the Holly Pond Broncos in his second year, Colin Brown and Diego Garcia. Colin's a junior and Diego is going to be a senior. So Coach, how did it go out there today? Holly Pond still running and passing it and shooting it?
Yeah, we jumped out, made shots, and jumped on the 19-5, and then, they kind of sped us up, dictated the pace, and came back, made it a game. Right before half, we're up 12, 13 points, a couple turnovers, a couple fouls, and it's a 9-point game, and we let them back in it, and, it's a fight. It was a battle in the second half.
Say a little bit real quick about these two guys, as leaders on your team and what they do well and what you're expecting of them coming in this year.
These guys they're talented players, but they earn everything they get. They work harder than anybody in the weight room. They spend more time in the gym. Matter of fact, last year was my first summer, and during dead week, I could tell that they were mentally and physically beat down. I had to kick them out of the gym. It's not often nowadays that you have to kick kids out. I had to tell these guys, take a week off, don't get in the gym, rest up. So that's just kind of the type of kids that they are.
So for you, Colin, being the general, this team, ball's in your hands, you got to shoot it a lot here and there. But it's just decision making is good. You could tell there were times where you were trying to get your teammate involved and then understanding when to make the plays for yourself and when not. What are some things that you can work on the rest of this summer that you feel like will not only help your individual game but also help you lead this team?
I need to start playing off of two, because sometimes I'll get in the paint, teammates are open, but I play off of one, and it's either a bad pass or I have to take a bad shot. So if I play off of two, I can get in there and help find the open teammates and hit them when they're open. And when I play off of one, I can't do that. So.
Point of emphasis. That's the biggest thing that we're trying to teach here at Supreme Courts is playing off 2 feet. I watch Villanova film more than anybody else at Southern College. You can't play off 1 feet and make decisions for your teammates. Diego, here you can guard people. Here that's kind of what you like to do. So other than being able to guard people and rebound, that type of tenacity, what do you need to do better offensively? Because basketball is a little different than a lot of sports. You got to play both ways, which makes it unique. So what do you need to improve on?
I think just being able to help my team offensively, a lot more points go through calling. I think just being able to hit open shots and just be more aggressive and look to take more pressure off the call and definitely, help us score more points.
All right, so Coach, 3A for as long as I can remember Holly Pond being a mainstay in Hanceville, seen Holly Pond, but now you drop down to 2A. And 3A has been a fairly easy road. Dropping down to 2A, it could even get tougher a little bit. So what do you coach toward that? Is like, hey, we're a big fish going into a small pond, or is it just same mentality?
No, it wouldn't matter if we're playing 6A ball or 1A ball. It's be the best Holly Pond that Holly Pond can be. So obviously you're going to build what you do around who you have, your personnel, but you're also we build to win our area. We feel like if we win our area and we host that sub-region game, that puts us in the best chance to get to a regional. So, we talk about that a little bit, but it's not as much what size school we are or we're dropping to 2A or anything. It's more, we're going to be the best Holly Pond we can be, and then we're going to try to do things to put our guys in the best position possible to be successful. And some of that is what do we do well, and then some of that is what do our opponents do.
So a little different twist here. So what are the interests outside basketball for you, Diego? What do you like to do other than just play basketball? Is it sports? What is it?
Yeah, I'm just a big sports guy. Like anything sports, I don't like watching football or just anything that's competitive. I just like to be.
I just wanted to see what there was, Coach, that they did that didn't involve being on their phones all the time. Because that's like
these two are pretty good about not being on their
phones. They're pretty good. So what about you, Colin? What's the passion outside basketball?
Racing, definitely. My dad races, and we go up there every weekend, and I got a car getting built right now, so racing's another thing for me.
All right, so one of the things we do here, we're trying to not just teach basketball, interviewing skills. You might see Colin riding around one day, big time driver. Coach, what would it mean now that you're dropping down to 2A and moving to Hanceville for the regional? I'm sure that's a goal of yours. What would that mean locally to get Holly Pond back in Hanceville?
Right. That's where we play our county tournament. So, the guys are fairly familiar with the gym. We try to play a play date there or two every summer, get familiar with the gym. Most high school basketball teams, unless you're, one of those lucky elites, your goal is get to a regional, see what happens. So, our first goal is win an area championship. After that, see what happens. I as a player, I had the opportunity to play in a regional. As an assistant, I've coached in a few regionals, and these guys work as hard as any group that I've ever been around. So I want these guys to have the opportunity to experience it because it's just postseason basketball. Playing in a regional tournament is just different, and I think these guys have earned that opportunity.
So after that first game, you're about to go out and play another one. What has got to get better in this next game that y'all didn't do well that Coach talked to you about?
We're going to be way more physical. We've been giving up too much offensive rebounds, a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's all we've been working on all week. And then we still let it do it or let them get offensive rebounds. So we got to be way more physical, especially with Pell City. So we got to be a lot more physical.
Anything else?
Well, just like he said, we're going to be outsized out. They're just going to be a lot bigger than us. And like Coach said, just controlling the little things, boxing out, just being physical, I think that'll give us the best shot.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. I know y'all got to go get ready to play. Holly Pond Broncos, we're down to 2A. We're going to keep an eye on them. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys.